Where's my hookah? Give me my freaking hookah. I have serious problems around other people. I have anxiety issues.
Mr. Manic Depressive Caterpillar.
I'm crazy. I was looking for attention because I'm sad. I'm so sad.
Make me laugh while I have my handful of nuts.
No, that's the worst thing, isn't it?
I have all these nuts.
I'm spilling my nuts everywhere.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Bard Actor channel. Thanks for stopping on by. I am Bard Actor. This is
Mr. Nutz.
Grants 2.
And
together
Nuts.
we are playing Mr. Nutz.
Or in Spanish, Señor Nuts.
Señor Nuts. What is the word for nuts in Spanish? I was going to say in Spaniard, which was completely... Start! Mr. Nutz.
Oh man, we're in Nutland. You see that? Those aren't trees, those are actually evil conglomerates.
It's Woody Land. Journey 1.
I was telling the tale of Mr. Nutz, and you interrupted me. He's fighting...
Oh, I died.
He's fighting big plastics.
And apples. Plastic apples.
Yeah, they're evil. His full name is Richard M. Nutz.
I keep dying.
The Santa Monica Nutzes. His great-grandfather was actually a squirrel that climbed up Richard M. Nixon's ass. That's how he got his name. He stayed there throughout his entire second term. Richard M. Nutz's great-uncle met the Premier of China. Well, he met this squirrel that was in the Premier of China's butt.
Okay.
They got together and they had a powwow. They ate nuts.
They ate nuts.
Not Nixon's and Premier's nuts. But, you know, it's normal.
Just normal, everyday nuts.
Yeah. Okay. The President of the United States would have been nutless. You can't have that.
You can't have nutless presidents of the United States.
Well, if they're ladies, they need to have lady nuts. We're not discriminatory here. You're gonna die.
Oh, you gather nuts and you throw them. I get it now. I get it.
You didn't get that?
I did get it.
Richard M. Nutz's father used to beat him whenever he spilled nuts.
Journey 2.
That was an entire journey?
That was an entire journey. I think I've been trying to pick up too much stuff. I'm not happy. Oh, God. I'm not happy with the amount of nuts I have. I need more nuts.
Really, women love you the more nuts that you have. So does that thing. That thing loves nuts.
Oh.
This is fraught with peril.
This is just an evil... Ah!
The journey of Richard M. Nutz is difficult and dangerous. It's like the Odyssey, but with nuts. Richard M. Nutz's wife is just sitting back home in her ancestral home, just weaving this giant nut scarf. And she has to unweave the nut scarf every night so the other squirrels don't, rape her.
Oh my God!
Penelope H. Nut will not die a horrible death.
Oh, God.
It's like the Cyclops. Yeah, continue.
Continue. Mr. Nuts is so sad. He lost his nuts.
He lost his wife.
He lost his wife, Penelope Nuts. I suck at these games.
No, you're not doing this.
All right.
Richard M. Nuts is not quit. He goes through these nuts deep in adventure.
Do you realize his name is Dick Nuts?
Did I realize that? it's Dick Millhouse Nuts, but whatever.
Got it. Okay.
Richard M. Nuts actually bugged his own house. Because he thought his wife was going to cheat on him with,
Penelope was going to cheat on him?
Yeah, with Squirrely H. Muffington. He was an evil squirrel. He had 13 dicks.
But no nuts.
It was a terrible irony. He kept on collecting nuts. And he tried like sewing a pouch for himself down there. It didn't work. Other women were like, we know you don't have any nuts. He got furious to take over the world.
How East met West without nuts.
Señor Muffington is no one to mess with. He defected to Mexico. Does he have a teapot?
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, look at all the things you can do with your nuts.
You need more nuts, man.
I'm out of nuts.
The supernal nuts aren't actually a nut.
Yeah, they're a legume.
Way to steal my trivia thunder.
I learned that from Third Rock from the Sun.
Great show. If you won't let me watch while you're playing Happy Wheels.
Okay, I don't have any more nuts.
You are nutless, my friend. Nutless McGee is what we're gonna call you. Why did you just run into an apple?
I don't know why I ran into an apple.
They don't even do anything but walk.
Oh, God.
They're the stormtroopers of Mr. Nutz World.
Ah.
Why do you keep on running into it?
I'm trying to jump on it. Like
I don't
that.
think you can.
Yes, you can. See, he's gone now. Oh, I can duck. I can use my tail. Oh,
Which you proceeded not to do.
I'm learning so many things about Mr. Nutz that I never knew before.
Well, you know what? Richard M. Nutz has a long and storied history in the history of America. You know what? Richard M. Nutz actually won the 1980 Olympics for the U.S. men's hockey team.
Really?
True fact. He was inside of all the players at the same time. At least one point during the game, he climbed their ass. He gave him a little pep talk in the butt. A butt talk.
A butt talk. Wow.
And he spent the entire game against the Soviets actually inside their goalie's rectum, just scratching. And he couldn't.
You are making this so difficult.
He kept on. He couldn't bug on the stage because it kept on 5-hole on him because he was like, oh God, there's something on my ass.
There is a 4-year-old out there watching me going, you idiot. It's Mr. Nutz. Oh, come on. Mr. Nutz, you son of a...
Use the tail.
I don't know how I use the tail.
You ducked.
Ah.
You don't remember nuts, man. You're nutless.
Mr. M. Nutz.
You're Muffington again.
Okay, well, they're dead.
Squirrel H. Muffington. He was communist. Squirrel H. Muffington. Joe McCarthy actually put him up in front of the HUAC committee and accused him of being a communist. Blackballed him.
Blackballed him for being communist.
He had to be a squirrel in Hungary for the rest of his life. His nuts were rationed. It was awful. He was part of the intelligentsia of the Hungarian squirrel community. I mean, you gotta.
He was?
He was a smart squirrel. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but he was an undercover squirrel. I'm trying to figure.
No. He acclimated to being a communist. He was actually he spent some time in Czechoslovakia. Was actually a minor character in Milan Kundeра's The Unbearable Lightness of Being. Little known fact: there's a squirrel with no nuts.
In The Unbearable Lightness of Being?
Yeah. No one knows that because no one's actually read it. They tell people that they read it. They sound like smart, but they don't actually read it.
The Unbearable Lightness of Nuts?
See, I can read that.
You read that? You would? Goodbye, Mr. Apple.
What are you, fucking Cider House Rules?
Yes.
Good night, Mr. Apple.
Good night, Mr. Apple, wherever you are.
You kings of Nutland. This.
Mr. Nuts,
Turn your head and cough, Mr. Nutz.
Oh my God!
I love this game because it gives me the opportunity to do endless nut jokes.
Just over and
They
over.
never stop.
This is like Family Guy, but with a nut joke.
Nah, he said nuts.
He said nuts.
Giggity. That's what Squirrel F. Muffington is like all the time because he had nuts. He just reaches down and he grabs and he doesn't have anything. He tried soldering nuts to himself once. It didn't end well. Never take a blowtorch to a squirrel's junk. Bad idea. Bad idea.
They hate it. Mr. Nuts, I just wanted on record, I hate this fucking game.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Squirrel King Buffington's middle initial changed every time I say it. It's his family. He can only get his family's inheritance if he changes his middle initial every 10 seconds. Legally. He has to actually, travel with a Notary Republic all the time so he can have the money.
Is that how it works?
Squirrel Notary Republics, though, are pretty lenient because they don't have law degrees. And their stamps are just, they're nuts. They're stamps and they just screw the nuts at somebody and notarized.
Oh, Mr. Nuts!
Crackle's like Crunch's like a bitch little brother.
Yeah. It doesn't have nuts.
Mr. Nutz actually sponsored Alka-Seltzer once.
Did he really? What was the,
It was Plop Plop Nuts. And instead of actually putting Alka-Seltzer in the water and fizzing, he just plugged a bunch of nuts in there.
Got it. Alright, so that's all the time we got for today. When I'm going to go learn to practice how to play Mr. Nuts, because apparently you really like to say the word nuts.
Good old Nutsy.
over and over and over
I was
again.
in Downtown Epsilon with Nutz' kid brother.
Yeah, he never does any of the
Nutz.
editing, and I love doing the editing simply because I never really hear him while I'm recording these videos until I do the editing. All right, so until next time, thanks, and thanks for watching. I'm Bart Actor. This is
Richard M. Nuthouse.
And we were playing Mr. Nutz.
Mr. Nutz!
Better get to that.
My nuts are gonna drop. It's gonna be great. My nuts are gonna go up so high. Nuts boys coming out like that.
The rest is silence.
Nuts!
Take care. A big special shout out to the Click and Maverick channel and Kevin Hartley. 2 awesome subscribers who really know where their nuts are. If you would like a shout out, a dedication made, or a question answered during an episode, just leave a request in the comments. Thanks, and ever thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and until next time, the rest is silence.